course, we launched JLR publicly. Now you see the next vehicle, the Evoque, that will have the same. So we went from XJ to XF, now with Evoque. So you see them broadening and adopting what are deliverable to them to more and more platforms. And we have more OEM deals under the belt that we're working on. We launched our new SDK, so JLR is of course a full implementation. The SDK is more a toolbox to build our own experience on. The new deals that we have are all about the SDK, so very strong support of that new product in the market as well.
Alex, tell us what we have here.
Sure. So what we're showing here is urban mobility, and in particular, what we're doing with combining our offline maps and our offline platform with new third-party content. So when we take a look at the map today, we see that everyone basically sees the same map. And we want to say, where can we improve that? Where can we make changes to that? So for example, here at CES, we want to see the events going on at CES. So we can take that and map what's going on here at kind of an event-by-event level directly to within the venue. Once we understand that, we can allow kind of new synergies to emerge. So once I'm done with CES, I want to see, where can I get a bite to eat? That information is not coming from here, it's coming from TripAdvisor. So we have information from the TripAdvisor servers, so that's going to be then TripAdvisor reviews, TripAdvisor photos. We can create mashups that include live data. So hotels, for example, again, not coming from here, this is Skyscanner data, and these are hotels that have current availability. So what we've done is we've built a platform that allows aggregation and combining of live content. So we talk about mobility, we want to know how to get around. We can show you, gas stations, and those are going to be the gas stations that have live fuel availability. If you have an electric vehicle instead, again, what we're going to show you is pick the electric vehicle station, we can see that there's currently one available. So what we have here is a new platform for doing live, real-time content from both hero-owned and third-party content.
So aggregated third-party content.
Exactly.
So you pull the relevant content from third parties.
Exactly. And what this would allow us to do is we can, then a business owner can then, they don't have to own the relationship with the restaurants, the hotels. All of that is then handled by aggregating it on the back end, and we can allow people to make reservations or booking from directly within the app.
Perfect. Cool. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
What we're talking about with Volvo here is this is us providing content to a customer, but it's also stepping into dynamic services such as local search, weather that we can demonstrate here, as well as kind of the pre-trip planning portion of this where we have...
I'm not sure I am...
we have the ability to send a destination from our phone or our tablet. But first I would like to just let you understand we do have a couple different navigation assets. So we provide the map content here. We also provide it in the cluster. If I go back to the home screen, what I would like to show, we're providing the local search. So I have related places, I can change settings, but let's look for a place and see how we can do that in this vehicle. So near my vehicle, I can do near my destination. I can look for predetermined categories, recent places, fairly simple. But for example, let's go to, I would say, the Wynn Las Vegas. So we can show this in the navigation screen. I can show it on the map to understand, but I can also call, and then obviously being hooked up to Bluetooth, hands-free. But let's show in the navigation screen. So then I'm able to set that as my destination. I can add it because I already have a route plan. So let's do that.
The route is being calculated. Your waypoint is located in an area with restricted access. Prepare to turn right.
So the big thing here is what I would like to really highlight is what you saw at our booth. We're talking about the location cloud, location assets, but we still rely on providing the best content because that's the base map, which you saw. And this is providing that information, content that we've been delivering for 30 years to almost all OEMs. And that's the basis. And then this is like the first step up to that dynamic content of serving cloud assets, such as places, such as weather. Mm-hmm. So that's really what I wanted to focus on with Volvo and what we're talking about here.
So a little bit of what we got the taste on the mobile SDK, the mobility SDK, where you pull third-party content. So it's really that the connected aspect.
It's connected for sure, but it's not a third-party asset. This is from the Here Places API.
Okay.
So it's our curated content. So it could be, maybe a Foursquare in one country, maybe a Pagina Giallo. So it's curated specifically for country and then downloaded for the vehicle in an automotive context.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks,
you.
man.
Nice to see you.
Perfect. Joe, tell us what we have here.
So what we're looking at is our traffic system. So what I want to demonstrate are some of the new innovative features we've developed over the past year or so. So what you're looking at here is what we call split lane traffic. So here in the Chicago area, we have a route that goes from downtown to the airport. What we've developed here is the capability to detect when there's lane level behavior here. So this is a feature we released in the last month or so. So what you see here is to the left, red traffic is highly congested. And then to the right, it's yellow, so it's not as much. So maybe it's 10 miles an hour to the left, 45 to the right. So using this, we could tell that, if you take a route to the left, you're gonna, maybe take 5 more minutes because of that lane level traffic to the left. And to the right, you'll have that extra time.
So how is this? How are you guys putting this together?
Right. So what we have a technology that looks back at, and we've determined that there's 2 sets of speeds going along these roads, and we use that information to determine which way. We use the path information from here to here to tell us, hey, it's more congestion to the left versus the right. So yeah, we just launched that feature early this year, right, this month. Yeah, so perfect timing.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think it's a bit of a celebration that we of course we will continue to do proof of concepts with HD Live Map with the OEMs, but now the last 2-3 years has really solidified our spec. In terms of attributes, it supports the connected ADAS use cases, so the adaptive cruise control, but then based also on activity data over the network, right, over the platform, based on sensor data analytics, not only on onboard sensors. I'd say this is really an important moment where we hope to, of course, see with the OEMs that they start to implement and build the first use cases. Of course, autonomous driving is a little bit further out, right? But in this phase, the same architecture, the same platform, the same data can be used to build driver warnings where the driver is still in the loop but can react on information that is beyond his own vision, beyond the sensors of the car. So in that way you start to build an acceptance and a sort of understanding also in drivers that the car actually has information that is relevant, which later can be used by the software itself to take decisions, but now maybe it's being used to sort of enrich the decision logic for the driver still. So it's very important to sort of support this.
A little bit like something like V2X, the cooperative driving types.
Well, the driver is still in loop, so at this moment, but we have information that can lead to better decision making by the driver, but also with like adaptive cruise control. You see, so we're taking the first steps to where the car takes a little bit more control and the driver can do a little bit less. And it's a very important stepping stone towards building confidence and trust.